I did start playing with the splatter gun. I think it's called, like, the main splatter shot.
The one they start you with?
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
It's not the most powerful, doesn't have the best range, but I really like the spread.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it for a long time, because I just thought, this is just doing what the ink roller does, but not as well. But, because I like, that gives me full control. It has a pretty good range, too.
Yeah.
Because of that little shake it does.
Yeah.
Nobody uses it, though.
Oh, I've seen a lot of people use it.
Yeah, and if you know what you're doing, you can get a lot of kills by just using that.
What's the sub-weapon on that?
The one I use normally throws down a beacon.
What does that do? Oh, is that where you detect
you can,
stuff? Or...
No. You can super jump to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool. Because I know there's another roller. I can't remember. I want to say that has the missile.
Oh, the Inksuka?
No, like somebody pulls out like a large missile, covers their ears, and it shoots to wherever on the map you tap it.
I just unlocked that one. That's like the carbon roller or something like that?
I think so.
But the second ink roller you unlock is called the crack-on roller, and it's called that
because it's a Kraken.
Because you get the Kraken. And it's the strongest roller in the game. One hit kills.
Cool.
And like I keep trying every weapon I unlock, and it's like, is this better? No. Is this one better? No. And finally, I got some splatter shots I really liked, so I played with them for like 4 hours last night. That sounds like a long time, but it's not in Splatoon.
No, like I started last night at like 11. Oh, it's 2:30? Alright.
No.
I buy every weapon as I can, and every time I go and try it out, I'm always like, this is really good for targeting people, but it doesn't cover enough area.
Yeah. I just test it. Every time I unlock a new weapon, I test it.
Oh, yeah.
And if I don't like it, I don't buy it.
That's why I've been spending most of my time just buying all the gear I can.
Yeah.
And going through and leveling up all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, once I've bought up an entire shop, hey, now there's more. Now there's a whole new set of stuff to get.
If you buy everything, they get new stuff?
Oh, God, yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, they just were never filling it up. I didn't know why.
I think you have to buy all of what their current selection is, and then they refill it, or maybe you have to level. I don't know.
Okay.
I know, like, the guns, they're behind a level wall.
Yeah.
I think with all, like, the shirts and the shoes and hats, you just have to get all of whatever's there.
Oh, okay, because I was wondering why. Like, it didn't seem like it took, like, 2 or 3 levels for them to get new stuff in, and I thought that was odd. So I have tons of gold or whatever.
Yeah, I always have none, because I always spend it immediately.
Tons of splat bucks, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Squid bucks.
Yeah.
Some of it's like, oh, okay, this has higher defense and it lets me jump higher. Okay, nice. Then you start getting to the more expensive ones where it's like, all right, it starts you up with extra strength and there's 3 empty slots.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It makes it so easy to just say, okay, I'm going to play until I get to the next level. Or, oh, I'm going to play until I fill up one of the upgrade points on all 3 of these equipped gear.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, I leveled up and I leveled up my shirt and a hat, but my shoes aren't leveled up yet. I gotta keep going until that one's done. Oh man. Now, the other 2 are almost there. I should keep going.
Have you done single player yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
You go up to the manhole cover for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because once you do that, that's why I started using the splatter shot, because when you defeat a boss, you get like these, they're files on like the world. It's kind of like lore about the Inklings and the Octyrants or something like that. The octopi people are the bad ones. And it's kind of like about the war that they're fighting over the turf and the water levels rising and stuff. And it's interesting.
If I was making this game, I would design it like Dark Souls, in which you have to read all the descriptions of everything to get the story that you didn't know was there.
But every time you defeat one of the bosses of the worlds, essentially, you can get like the blueprint of a new weapon and bring it back to the weapons guy, and he's like, oh, this was my father's or my grandfather's weapon design. I can give you this special weapon now. So he gives you like extra strong weapons.
Is that the guy in the weapons store?
Yeah.
Or I hate going back to that guy because he's like, oh, and one more thing.
He's the worst.
Also,
I just mashed through all of his dialogue.
And I'm like, is there a skip? No. Can I just keep hitting? No. Oh, and also, I have this, and then, also...
one more thing, but that's not all.
And then, there's guns, right? And then, hey, this isn't a super soaker, don't sue me. And then...
Because, like, whatever he's saying, I could just look at the gun and figure it out way faster.
Yeah, it's a fucking sniper rifle. Shut up. They're that you have, like, when you go in to select the guns, wherever you do it, before you buy it, after you buy it, you press X, and then press X again, and it turns the thing around and says, here's everything about this weapon.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
I don't know. Have you spent any time hanging out with that drug dealer in the garbage?
Once.
By the way, what a weird thing to have in this game.
Yeah. Because I don't care what my character looks like. I want the best stats on things.
Yeah.
Basically, what he does is, if you see a character whose outfit you like, you can order it from him, but it might have different stats. I did that yesterday, but it takes at least a day for the items to come in.
Okay.
And I ordered 2 things, because she had headphones and a shirt that I haven't
you can buy
yet.
the headphones.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have the headphones.
But I'm not high enough level, I don't think.
Well, of course not.
Well, I might be, but I have to buy out the entire store. I didn't know that was a thing I could do.
Yeah. Just
Like, I mean, I knew I could do it, but I assumed that they would just remain like that.
Nah.
Okay. So,
I don't know when that stops either.
Yeah.
Because right now I have 3 pages of shirts and 2 pages of hats and shoes.
I have 3 shoes.
I have a sock. I have the shoe I found in the woods. Remember that?
Yeah. That time I found that shoe in the woods and took it home with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was your best friend. You call it Matt now. But one that I want to see what it looks like, because it's really weird. There's some high level contact lenses.
Seriously?
And they look weird.
Wow. Do you play as a boy or a girl?
Oh, the girl.
Yeah, I do too.
It's the best.
Yeah, she looks so cool.
I mean, they're both alright designs,
Yeah.
but the Inkling boy... I don't think we said we're talking about Splatoon. The Inkling boy looks like a regular kid. You would not... There's nothing immediately that screams out, that's not a human, except maybe the ears or whatever, but
yeah.
if he's wearing the right hat, you don't see that. With the girl, they have this great design idea of alright, she's got long hair, but her hair is a pair
Tentacles.
of squid tentacles. It's awesome.
Yeah. Also, the bosses in single player are great.
Really?
They're really cool.
I will have to actually do something that isn't regular online battles.
Yeah, I
at
tried
some
out ranked
point.
mode too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you?
Not good.
Now, since this is Nintendo, how do they structure this? Is it just a giant list of everyone in the world who's ever played it, and in order of who's better to who's the worst?
You get a letter grade.
Okay.
Right now I'm C-. Everyone starts at C-.
Is that the lowest?
I'm not sure, because I lost 2... I won a match, and there was a point total. I think you start at 40. No, you start at 30. And I got 10 points, and the letter grade, there's a little thermometer bar going up, and it was you got 10 points, so I went up to 40. And at 50, I think you go up to C+, or C probably.
Okay.
And yeah, C, because I was playing with some people who were C. And then, so probably at 50 hit C. But then I lost 2 matches, and I was down to 20. So I was I don't want to see if there's anything lower than that. I'm going to step away from ranked until I have some better gear.
Okay. Don't you gain extra money from doing that too, or something?
Extra money and XP, I think.
Okay.
But when I lost, I couldn't tell if I got anything.
Can you lose money and XP?
No. No, nothing like that. But I didn't notice a big bonus from that as compared to regular matches. It's nice to change it up though, because that's more King of the Hill.
Yeah.
As opposed to Turf War, which is just paint everything.
Yeah.
And it's just you have to hold this one spot, and that's intense.
The objective then is to kill everybody else, or is it?
No. It's just instead of spray the entire map, it's just here's the spot. And it's a 10 by 10 square, usually. And just hold that. So, you're still spraying the area to that, so everyone can get there as quick as possible.
Yes.
But then it really does come down to, alright, once we have that controlled, then kill everyone so that they can't get it back.
Okay.
And there's a timer ticking down for both teams.
Are you?
So,
you are on teams still?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's once your team has it, once good guys have it, the timer starts ticking down.
Okay.
If they spray enough of it, and you don't have control of it anymore, timers stop.
Okay.
Then they gain it, their timer starts ticking down, stuff like that.
This sounds a lot more normal and straightforward than I would have expected.
Yeah, it's really simple.
Because I remember when they rolled out Smash, and it had the online, the ranked stuff. I think they separated it into for fun and for glory, where it's okay, you can fight online, but no hard feelings, versus I want to know...
glory!
I want to know how many dreams and skulls I've crushed up beneath my heel.
Yeah.
Splatoon is great.
Yeah. You know what my favorite part is?
What?
That little jumping squid minigame you play in loading time.
Yeah, oh my god.
That's the best!
Because at first I'm like, oh, this is taking a while. And sometimes if you play at the right time of night, there's too many people. And it's like, you have a 2-minute countdown, and then you'll be put into the next available match. And
I've never had that. I don't have the best internet connection. And this is the least amount of time I've waited for any online shooter. And it's made by Nintendo.
I know.
What the fuck?
But, like, I look down at the gamepad, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't actually care that I'm waiting in a lobby for... It's always fucking one person. We're always one person short. And you know what sucks? At some point, if they don't fill that in, one team just has 3 people.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had
I've
that.
had that, like, 2 or 3 times.
Oh, man.
And it's kind of a wash at that point.
On ranked, I noticed, because people don't want to lose their rank,
Yeah.
their ranking to go down, I was playing on a team, and it was like, well, we're clearly not going to win this match, but, like, come on, I kept hitting the come on button, and, like, I was like, come on, team, we got this, and I started looking up, team? And it's just me? And I was like, okay, and I'm just running into my team, died, because I don't care that I lose. It's Splatoon.
Yeah.
I'm the pink one. You're the blue. Who cares? We're playing paintball on Nintendo. Who the fuck cares if I'm a C-? You guys are assholes. You know what else is fun?
What?
Start playing at like 5 o'clock p.m. and it's like, names are like Rob, Jack, Steve, Jeff.
Oh, yeah,
Then
yeah.
you don't realize it, you're playing till 4 o'clock in the morning, Japanese name, Japanese name, Rob.
I've had the exact same thing, and it's kind of funny because you see the split start to, like, it's like watching an eclipse. It just like covers everything but the sliver that is you.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh yeah, the time difference. It's daytime there now. All of my friends are asleep. But speaking on the internet thing again, like, I wonder if this is a connection speed thing or they weren't paying attention thing, because I've had more than one instance of the match starts and me and 2 others on my team run off the thing, and I look back and there's one guy still just sort of standing there idling. I'm like, does his thing not catch up yet, or is he like away from the thing? And then he'll just like jump out off and start doing it.
I live with my mom, who's disabled, and there were sometimes where like the match was loading and she'd need me for something, so I'd have to run out and then come back, and I'd be the only one idling, and like people were shouting like, come on, so I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and then I jump on to
What
it.
shouts? Because like I don't think I found
Up and down on the D-pad.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
I've never touched the D-pad in this game.
Yeah, up is come on, down is booyah.
I did have one technical glitch. There was a point where like I was shooting ink at the ground, and it was like, there are non-splattable surfaces, but this is a regular surface, and just nothing was happening.
Wow.
But then the entire match quit.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, alright, and then like it just, like, that didn't happen ever again. So
Okay.
What I hate, the worst thing about playing this game, is how you'll get people who don't give a fuck about covering their own base first.
Yes.
Like, I spend a bunch of time being the guy who hangs back, because
I do too.
I don't want them to think I'm doing it first, right? So like I'll jump in a direction, and then I'll look back to see, all right, that guy's staying up there, and then I'll keep going.
Okay.
Because otherwise, that's so much free territory.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And you can lose it. You can
Oh,
lose
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
But I mean, why? Why not? Or like they'll do like 2 roller streaks and then go, and
Yeah.
like you're dumb.
I don't... Like, I used to cover every single inch.
Yeah.
And I realized that's not necessary, because you're just wasting time when you
Yeah.
could be covering more territory.
Yeah, I mean,
But now I make sure, like, I get the majority and I'm on my way, you know?
I mean, usually, like, and again, like, what I like about the splatter shot, the standard
Yep.
one, is I go up to a high thing and just shoot continuously while I turn, and it covers, like, a good enough.
Yeah.
Like, if you look down at the map on the gamepad, you see what's actually covered up. It gives you more perspective, I think, because,
Yeah.
like, when you just look at it, you're like, this is, like, fucking Swiss cheese over here. That can't be enough, but it kind of is.
Yeah. I wish I could play with a pro controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I turned off motion controls on the game.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's much better.
I tried with the motion control thing. It's one of those where I can see it. I can understand why people would like this and why they designed it that way. But for me, it's too much going on at once.
Mm-hmm.
The tutorial tells you, okay, you run with the left stick, and you look around and aim with the motion controls, but you can also look and turn with the right stick to check on stuff. I'm like, I have to... And what?
It seemed like left and right was the right stick, and up and down was motion controls, kind of.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
it was
like,
really weird.
I can see how people would love this, but I'm too old, and I don't like change. With enough time and practice, I could get used to it.
Yeah.
But I could just hit a button and play it like every other shooter.
Like, my brother uses the motion controls with it,
Yeah.
and he likes it. For me, like, it's not even that I'm too used to one or the other. It's just that, like, you're basically giving me two control options that do the exact same thing and told me to use both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it turns into a Fatal Frame thing for me, where in order to aim the way I'm looking, I have to turn my whole body now, because this doesn't... And it doesn't reorient you if you turn all the way to the right motionally and then move the stick.
Yeah.
It's like, it was too hard to aim, so I just kind of stopped.
And I constantly have dogs jumping on me, and I'm constantly changing position, and it's just annoying after a while to have to keep constantly reorienting.
And then add in, like, oh, at any point you can just touch the gamepad to, like, super jump somewhere else and do this and that.
That being said, I would much rather use a Pro Controller and never super jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, then use the gamepad.
Even towards the end of a match, like, do you ever get knocked out and there's, like, 30 seconds to go and you have to get to the end where you'll do the most good?
Yes, but I could still just turn into a squid and sprint there.
Yeah.
And that's so quick.
I think this is just your general bias against the gamepad.
I don't have a bias against the gamepad.
Yes, I'm going to redirect you to our electronic super joy.
What was I saying in that?
How I'm losing this game because I'm using the gamepad and not the Pro Controller.
Oh yeah, and then I used the Pro Controller and I still sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a game uses it well,
like this does. I feel like Nintendo.
Yeah.
I feel like Nintendo, like, it took them way too long, but especially like 26. What year was it? 2015.
When what?
When this game came out.
2015.
That's the one. Because this New Year's just happened. Who knows? It could be 2020 now. But, like, they ended the year with, okay, we have Splatoon, we have Mario Maker.
There's a bunch of Smash characters.
Well, I just mean in terms of, like, they have games that make really, really good use of the gamepad now.
Mm.
And
Mario Maker uses it the best. And you can play with a Pro Controller, which is weird.
Is it lots of, like, move the cursor around with the stick?
I haven't tried it. I think you may just... Maybe just you can play the levels in it. I know it's an option, though.
I feel like I would never want to try making a level in that game with the Pro Controller.
It's great using the gamepad.
Yeah.
If I'm stuck on a really hard level, I might try it. But at the same time, I just get really angry and stop playing it. If we're talking about Splatoon, I played a ton of Mario Maker.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you... Oh, no, you traded in... How about this? You traded in Fallout 4 to get Splatoon.
Yeah!
Because fuck that game, right?
I was hoping we wouldn't talk about that.
You should know better.
Yeah. I did. Because, Fallout 4, I'm sure, is a great game.
Yeah.
I just don't want to play it on my Xbox One. And there's nothing against Xbox One. I wouldn't want to play it on the PlayStation 4 either. Or if there's a Wii U version, I wouldn't want to play that either. I want to play it on the PC. And I had a copy of it for the Xbox One, and I wanted to play Splatoon. So that's what happened. Also, I don't have a PC right now.
What? Why not?
Yeah.
What the hell? I thought the reason that you're here so late, was because your shoe from the woods, Matt, was going to help you.
Also, we didn't say this last week, but welcome to the Big Dumb Podcast, episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should do that every episode.
Okay. Yeah. So you finally got your computer that you ordered, and your imaginary friend Matt was going to come over and help you fix something with it or something. No good?
No good.
What's wrong?
Doesn't work.
Like it won't turn on?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, a bunch of free stuff came with it, so, like, it lights up and looks real cool when you turn it on now. So, like, there's a big on switch in the back, so I flipped that, and it turns on and lights up real bright like a spotlight for, like, 2 seconds.
Hooray.
And turns off.
Oh.
And that's it. So he came over, he was like, I don't know, man. So I'm gonna have to call the company and be really, really angry about it. And there's a warranty on it, so
Okay.
hopefully they will either fix it or give me my money back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, it's probably just as well since you got to not take part in all of the Steam craziness that happened.
That's true.
The whole, like, people were logging into their account and it wasn't their account, it was someone else's account.
That's not me.
Which apparently, like, it wasn't a hack or anything. It was just, like, it was a system error or whatever. And no credit card numbers got out there, but it was, like, there was enough information that could kind of social engineer some stuff. And, but,
and they still, like, don't know what happened. It seems like they fixed it, but they don't know how it happened, is what the gist I got.
And apparently Valve isn't saying anything. It's, like, all the information comes from, like, some Steam-related fan site where, like, a moderator there has been cobbling together stuff.
Yeah.
Christmas. But yeah, I've been playing so much. I've been playing so much Splatoon at just the right time because I'm in the middle of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year stuff.
Oh, really?
And Splatoon is coming up constantly. I'm like, yeah.
See, I just finished it the other day. Because, like, it was coming out as I was working, like, 5 days. Like, I was working 5 days a week, and it was coming out, and I was like, this is perfect!
You know, I listened to their Game of the Year stuff last year, and I didn't really enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like... At first I'm like, oh god, there's so much of this, and I don't know.
Because you turned me on to Giant Bomb.
Yeah.
Because of their Game of the Year stuff.
Was it because of that?
I think so. That's the first things I heard of them.
I might have just told you in general, check them out, and you went to that.
That could be it.
But
and I loved it. I thought it was great. This is their best stuff.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I had a revelation this time, because this time I listened to it, I'm enjoying it a lot. Because I was kind of dreading it a little bit. The reason I'm halfway through is because I saved it all up. And I'm getting a lot out of it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm like, why? What is so different about this one? And then it happened, and then it hit me. Because they were doing, like I forget what category. It might have been, like, Best New Character or something. Mm-hmm. And it may as well have been 20 minutes of gibberish. Because they were talking about characters I'd never heard of from things I had never played. And I realized, oh, a year ago, I didn't know anything at all about video games.
That might be it.
So like 90% of what they said was completely meaningless to me over all of these categories. And like it's every episode is like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Except for the first one, that was like a solid 2.
Yeah.
So
they said they made like over 20 hours of content just for that.
Yeah, so last year there was like there was an entire calendar day's worth of content that I had no reference point for, and it was like a struggle to get through. I'm like, ugh, next year I'm not going to even bother. This time I actually know, like I've kept up with stuff. Yeah. I understand things. I still don't know who any of those people were for that one part, but I'm like, okay. And plus, I actually know who all the people in the fucking room are this time.
Yeah. I love whenever somebody wants to grow home off the list, Brad throws a fit.
There's like several categories in a row where they get to a point where it's like, it's the Destiny thing from last year all over again, where everybody's like, yeah, we can get this off the list, and Brad's like, no, but like, I wanna.
Seriously, every time, like, listen for it. Every time somebody says, I don't think grow home belongs in this list, he goes, fuck you, in that exact tone. Every time. And then, on episode 5, because you know how they go around the room when it comes to Game of the Year, they go around the room saying what they should cut. Somebody goes, grow home. He goes, fuck you. He goes, alright, let's pick something else. He goes, Dying Light. He goes, fuck you, man.
You know, he did say one thing that I'm like, oh, come on. He was talking about Dying Light. I forget what the category was. Doesn't matter. He's like, I haven't played Mirror's Edge, but this is, but Dying Light is the best first-person parkour game ever made. Not those exact words. I'm paraphrasing,
No,
but it's like
I remembered that moment too because I was like, that's
he's like
okay.
He's like saying he's basically saying there are two first-person parkour games. I've only played one of them, but it's definitely the best one.
It's like I've never played a Mario game, but this is the best platformer of all time.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, they're really good.
I can't wait. I hope their ultimate game of the year is a knockdown drag-out fight. I can't wait for it.
There is a lot of that.
Hey, speaking of games of the year...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring this up now. Why not?
Okay. You were looking around the room for something.
I was going to grab my phone, but I remember what it was. So how much are you looking forward to playing Scalebound this year?
A lot. Why?
Push to 2017.
Fuck! Why?
All Platinum said was the general, like, well, we're taking the extra time to make the things better and really, like, develop the thing and this and that, you know.
Alright.
Which, yeah, okay, but I think, to me, I read that and, like, well, they probably have to divert time and resources because they probably want to have that Ninja Turtles game out for whenever that movie is coming out, probably in the summer. And they're doing a lot of stuff. They're doing Ninja Turtles for the movie tie-in. They're doing Scalebound for Microsoft. They're doing Nier 2 for Sony. Is that just Sony?
Sony's publishing it, I think.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Yeah.
But, do you want the other piece of bad news about Platinum?
Oh, crap.
It's not bad news. It's just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, sure.
So they were talking to, who was it? Their executive director was talking to GameSpot. I don't know how it came up. I just saw this in an article. Basically, that Bayonetta's development was awful for them.
Really?
Yeah, the exact quote was, at the end of development on Bayonetta, nobody was happy. Everybody was really frustrated and angry, and we pushed really hard to finish the game and asked too much. And then asked even more of the team and of each other. At the end, nobody was like, oh, yay, we got it finished. Everybody was like, we're never doing that again. And at each other's throats. It was a very negative vibe that I still remember to this day.
Wow. And then they did it again.
I guess. I mean, I'm assuming that they're talking about the first one, because they it was specified somewhere. Why did they do it again?
I don't know. They've had other games that were pretty successful.
And there could have been turnover in who was involved and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like this is our most successful thing, so we have the chance, we should do more of it.
Yeah, I guess she's kind of become a mascot for Platinum at this point.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
Now she's in Smash!
Hooray! Now she's your problem, Nintendo!
No givesies backsies!
What have you been doing, other than just Splatoon?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I played a lot of Splatoon. I got really angry at a computer. And I worked a lot. That's basically it.
I've come to the realization that I like grinding in games.
Yeah?
Because I'll play Splatoon for a while and go through that cycle of like, oh, I have to level up this, I have to level up that. And then I'll stop. I'll pick up my 3DS and be like, alright, I gotta level up my people in Bravely Default. And then just do that for a few hours, then put it down and be like, I should really level up in Splatoon some more.
But that's not... I don't think leveling up in Splatoon is grinding.
No?
No, because you're... I don't know how to say... Like, grinding is like, this is something I cannot beat until I level up a certain amount, so you're doing the same thing over and over again, and then trying your hand at it again. In Splatoon, you're constantly unlocking new things, and stuff like that. You're always making progress.
Okay, because it has the same mental thing of alright, if I do another, 5 or 6 battles, I'll probably get up to level 20 kind of thing. Like, I could stop, I'm almost there, let me do a few more, like that sort of mindset.
At 3 o'clock in the morning last night, I was doing the math in my head. It was like, if I average 1,000 P, which I don't know what that is, every match, I will have to do 4 more matches before I level up. I should at least do that.
I love this stuff. I refuse to do math. I always, there are people, I really like RPGs. I've seen other people play them at this point, and I'm like, okay, these people are approaching it from the mindset of, alright, this does 20 damage, I have this much health, and my attack does this much damage, and
Yeah.
they sort of do the math in their heads and work it out that way. I just look at them like, yeah, that bar is probably long enough, and just do whatever.
That bar's probably long enough?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, that's probably enough health. I'll probably live.
Oh, the bar. Okay. I thought you mean like I'm gonna try and hit this guy with this bar. It's like, what video game is that? That sounds awesome. Yeah, I was playing a board game the other night with. Yeah, actually, I did that. I did a game night with some friends of mine.
Nice. What'd you play?
We played Boss Monster.
Okay.
You play as like a video game boss character, and you have to create a dungeon for yourself that will lure in heroes.
Okay.
And hopefully you will kill the hero, and then you gain its soul. But if the hero is too strong, he will get to you, and then it'll wound you. If you have 5 wounds, you die, but if you have 10 souls, you win. It was a lot of fun. We might eventually play it here.
Okay.
But we played that, and we played Exploding Kittens. Remember that game we played at Johnson?
Oh, yeah. The card game, right?
Yeah. That was always fun. But not too long ago, we played Werewolf.
Yes.
One night, and was playing with all them. And Justin, he took statistics in college. It always comes down to, he's probably not the werewolf, because there's only a 1 in 7 chance of him being the werewolf. He's probably the werewolf, because there's like a 3/4 chance that he's the werewolf. Like, Justin, this isn't fun anymore.
See? Math ruins games.
Yeah. He does that with every card game. But yeah, Boss Monster was cool. I was Gorgana, Queen of the Medusae, or something like that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
You got that going on.
I was about to win, then everyone killed me.
Oh. Well, you're a Medusae.
True.
So, hey, speaking of things that ruin fun things.
Jeremy?
No, not yet. Have you heard about Star Trek Anaxar? I think that's how you say that.
No.
It is one of the long line of Star Trek fan films that's like looks like it could have been part of the show kind of thing. And these have been going on for a long time. Where, like the old fan film, it looks professional quality in terms of what the show looked like. Sometimes they'll bring in actual actors from the show to reprise roles and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's always been one of those things where like CBS or whoever owns Star Trek has always been like, yeah, whatever, fans. Yeah. It's great. They just sued these people.
Why?
It's unclear. They raised a lot of money on Kickstarter to do this, but it has stressed, like, they gave the breakdown of, like, look, we're not actually profiting at all. This is all going to just making this thing.
Okay. Like hiring actors and stuff like that?
Yeah, and like paying for like equipment or something.
Okay.
It's basically, there's no difference as far as I can tell between this project and any of the others. But CBS just is like, nope, wait, you're not gonna do it.
They have money? No.
I haven't followed up on this today, so I don't know if there's any more development. But like, nobody seems to know why is the line in the sand being drawn here, and what's that going to mean for any of the others that have been out there and are continuing to be made. And like, is this just a power move of we're putting out a new Star Trek show and we want to be a one-stop shop for Star Trek content?
And that new movie's coming out too.
Yeah, well, that probably, I mean, they've been putting out those movies for like 6 years already now, so. But yeah, that was just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And like the director, I guess, of this fan film has been like, well, we're not stopping.
Oh, that's not good. You'll take this movie from my cold dead hand, CBS.
I picture him sitting on a porch with a shotgun.
Oh god. No judge is gonna stop this film.
So yeah, sometimes big parent companies do shitty things.
Yep.
Sometimes they do okay things.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? This is just a rumor at this point. So maybe this will be completely invalidated as soon as this episode goes up, which would be rad. But supposedly Assassin's Creed is going to stop being yearly.
That would be great.
Yeah. And like the rumor goes on to say like, and they're going to Egypt next, which, so who the fuck knows? Because everybody's been wanting them to go to Egypt, so I feel like that could just been tacked on there.
Yeah,
but
that would also be great.
Yeah, but the only reason I even care, I don't give a shit about rumors usually, but the only reason I I tacked this on here was because if it's true, it represents such a dramatic change.
Yeah.
Because before Unity screwed up everything in their lives, Unity and what was the other one that came out on 360 at the same time?
Oh god, I don't remember. It was like Liberty or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was the second piratey one. It was basically Black Flag again with somebody else.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, but like at the time, they were talking about, when these come out, we're going to start doing 2 Assassin's Creed games a year. One on the Xbox One and one on the 360. And that's our plan going forward. And then nobody played the 360 one because they're like, well, clearly the main game is on the Xbox One. And that game was a horrendous mess, and it poisoned the well for everybody. And they do seem to have earned back a lot of trust with Syndicate.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I would like to play at some point because it sounds like a good Assassin's Creed game.
I'm sure we will eventually.
Oh, yeah. This would be the best possible time for them to announce this officially as a change of direction, because it's like, okay, we fucked up before, we fixed it with this new game, and we're also course correcting so that we can continue to do good things without slipping back into bullshit again.
That sounds good.
Are you looking up the name of this game?
I'm trying to. Apparently there's an Assassin's Creed game that's just called Assassin's Creed Pirates, but it's a mobile game. Assassin's Creed Rogue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's go with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
No, sorry. I was laughing at a comment Matt made on Facebook. He's real.
No, he's not.
He just commented on my Facebook.
Every time you go to text him, you're really just opening a note and just typing.
He's married.
Yeah, sure.
I was best man.
You know what? You know what? Lots of fictional characters are married. Clark Kent was married. Peter Parker was married. Aquaman was married. They live in Atlantis.
There's a picture of him.
Yeah, sure. I can make a fake profile too.
Who's he married to then?
Oh, someone else he made up.
I'm sorry. Go on.
No, it's fine. This is the week to be distracted because not a lot is going on because it's like. It's almost next year or something. I don't know.
It is next year.
Holy shit!
January 2nd or something.
One of the only other notes I have down there. Oh, this is actually good. So weird TV commercials. Have you seen? Okay, I have 2 things.
Okay, I have one. If these aren't the ones,
I assume we overlap. Okay. So have you seen the Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Oh,
they're the best.
I'm so glad you don't know about the other one. All right, the Dragon Ball Z Ford commercials,
yes,
which
I love them.
I don't know how or why they exist, but it's like they basically pulled a Team 4-Star except with the actual voice actors.
They're the real voice actors?
Yeah, because I saw one of these and then watched the show on Toonami with my brother. I'm like, yeah, that's them. Where it's just like, it's like Krillin and Gohan on Namek making their wish to the dragon, and Krillin's like, I want one car that has like this rear suspension and this and that, and they list 3 different cars.
Yeah, and the dragon's like, that can all be one car. Shut up, I'm making a wish.
But the second one is even better, because it's like, they're all up on the lookout, and Goten and Trunks are doing the fusion dance, and there's a big flash of light, and they're like, oh my god, the power is beautiful. That fusion is amazing. And it's just a Ford Fusion.
Yes. They're great.
But why?
I don't care.
Why would they? Why?
I want to buy a Ford Fusion.
Do it.
Get me one now.
It's like,
I need the Dragon Balls.
If your car gets angry enough, its hair will turn yellow.
What's the other commercial?
I need to show you this.
Okay.
Because if you don't know what this is, you can't think of what this is.
Another weird commercial that came out? What's it in reference to?
It is for... It's like clothing.
No, I don't watch TV.
Alright. Just get this ready to start.
Oh, you know how you said that one of the stormtroopers in Star Wars was Daniel Craig?
Yes.
He was the one that Rey controlled with the Force.
Oh,
to get out of the...
And I'll drop my gun.
Yeah.
That guy? Cool.
That was him, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, this is a commercial for Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
They basically...
I think I heard something about
They picked
that.
a character, a video game character, and said, we're gonna animate a thing where this video game character is modeling one of our new outfits or whatever.
Sounds weird, but
it
whatever.
sounds weird, and I muted the sound, just... It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to get... whatever. We don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Is that...
That's lightning.
lightning?
So Final Fantasy's own Lightning is now a spokesmodel for Louis Vuitton.
My God!
And I can't tell if... Like, I've never seen anything from those games, so I don't know if they took an existing, like, cutscene animation and just changed it to have her wearing something else.
Why did they want lightning? No one likes lightning!
I mean, she got 3 games.
I guess.
Like, the biggest geek spokespeople right now are Lightning and Krillin.
Oh my God.
I mean,
what the hell?
I mean, is it just our own weird echo chamber, or, like, is Lightning, like, a loved character?
I don't know. Maybe it's like the Star Wars prequels. Like, the next generation, kids loved those movies.
Yeah.
Maybe stupid kids love Lightning. People who grew up with good games, though, know that she sucks.
Do kids play Final Fantasy?
Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. Cause,
Is it
it's
weird?
a game.
I mean, sure.
Kids play games.
Okay. I mean, is it a weird anomaly kind of situation where, like, how Jeremy really latched on to that one Final Fantasy about, like, a girl band or
10-2.
something?
Yeah. That wasn't a good game.
No?
10 wasn't a good game. 10-2 was even worse. Yeah, I don't know. But, like, I don't know. That was, like, at the height of the PlayStation 2. He loves PlayStation in a weird way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What is with Final Fantasy characters being named after, like, weather stuff? Like lightning and cloud.
I think those are the only two.
Is it?
Probably not. I don't know.
There's no, like...
Nimbus?
There's nobody named Rain or anything? Or...
Might be a rain. There's probably a rain. I don't know. It's weird. Don't ask me about Final Fantasy. I haven't played one in like 20 years.
Come on. Go home. Your mission for next week is to go play all of them.
There actually isn't enough time in the week. I'm not kidding.
Well, you'll have extra time because I'm going to Florida for 9 days.
Yeah, why are you going to Florida?
That's where my grandfather and an uncle and aunt live.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Flying out on Monday and coming back the following Tuesday, I think. I'm going to be spending lots of time retreating into Bravely Default and also Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you played that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Saving that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
In terms of, I've never played a rhythm game of any sort before ever, and this is a good. Maybe I would eventually, but this is a good starting point to get me to want to try one. And beyond that, I just like having something that like, I can get to kind of spend time with these characters again without playing a 100-hour long RPG.
Yeah.
And which I will do again. And also, one of the best things about that game is the music, and this is a game that revolves around that music, like remixed into something you can dance to.
Cool.
So it's like, okay, if I ever just want to like listen to this game's soundtrack and see these characters again, I can just play Dancing All Night for a little while.
Good. So probably no podcast next week.
Physically can't, no.
Oh, that reminds me. You watched more Samurai Flamenco.
I did.
Did you finish it?
No.
Why not?
Because I have Splatoon now!
But you finished like 18 anime shows a week.
Yeah. I mean, Samurai Flamenco is a slow burn for me.
I guess, yeah. It's a lot to take in. How much more did you watch?
So I am at episode like 7, I think. So just to back this up a little bit, because I don't remember if we talked about the show on the podcast or not.
I think we did.
Samurai Flamenco is basically this story about this guy. He's like 19 or 20. All his life he loved like Power Rangers-ish shows.
Super Sentai type shows.
And he never outgrew his desire to be a superhero. Not as an actor who plays them on those shows, but as my job is going to be superhero. He made himself a costume, came up with a name, did the whole thing. And he's trying... It's basically like a funny... No, I'll say it's basically a good version of Kick-Ass.
Okay, yeah.
Where, like, okay, this guy is going to try to be a superhero in real life, and here's the consequences to it. And we see, like, he inspires a copycat flamenco girl or what.
Yeah.
And she's blatantly the hit girl of this situation. Mm-hmm. And it spends the first, like, 6 episodes or so kind of running its course with that idea. You know, exploring all of the different, like, downsides and limitations and whatever of this, and exploring, like, how does his disillusionment to what being a superhero is like, and how at one point, because he's an actor too, yeah. Actor/model, he gets hired to be an extra on one of those shows, and he approached it like he would have when he was a little kid, and he gets to see just like the business of it, and it's kind of like wow, this is what it's really like. So you get it basically deconstructs what he expects out of superhero stuff,
yeah,
on every level. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, all right, I mean, I'm looking at the fact that it's like, what is it, 22 episodes or so?
Something like that,
it's like 22, 23 episodes. And I'm thinking to myself, I like this, it looks good, it's an interesting idea, the characters are pretty cool. But, I mean, I kind of feel like I've already, like, I don't really need to see much more of this. Yeah. Like, they've done in 6 episodes, like, this should have been like an 8-episode series where they do exactly what they did with the first 6 and then give us like another 2 episodes to kind of round out the world.
Yes.
Then at the tail end of the very next episode, like the final 3 minutes,
yes,
all of a sudden there's a guy and he's like, oh, my stomach. And then he explodes and becomes a cyborg gorilla monster named I think it was either Gorilla-tine or
Gorilla-tine
or Guillotine Gorilla.
Oh yeah, something like that. Because he has a guillotine in his chest.
Like he's a below his pecs is just a guillotine, and then below that is the bottom half of a gorilla.
Yeah.
And he's a cyborg, and he picks somebody up and puts their head in his belly, and it chops their head off.
He's straight up killing people.
He is
in this slice of life superhero story. This monster is killing people.
This slice of life superhero kind of comedy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it becomes like a real monster designed like it would be on a shitty Sentai show appears and starts slaughtering people. Our main character and his cop friend push the thing out the window. It doesn't die, but I guess kills itself.
Something else happens after that.
Well,
like, yeah, you'll never repeat.
Well, yeah, no, because then like a giant space wizard appears in the sky, yelling something like doing its whole like blah ha ha samurai flamenco, you will rule the day or whatever it says. And I think it announces itself as, like, what's-his-face? The Lord of all Evil or something?
I think his name is something awesome. It's like the King of Death or something like that. It's the most evil name you've ever heard.
And the characters are just... The episode ends with the characters just looking at each other like, what the fuck happened? What?
I want to know how you could have stopped there. Because you were like, yeah, okay, that's a good place to end it.
I was tired.
But I was like, at the exact same spot. That's the perfect place for that episode. Because it's like, yeah, I think I've seen enough. And then that happens, like, wait, what?
I wonder if that would have been the jump the shark moment for people, though. Like, it seems to just straight up become a different kind of show at this point. So, like, would somebody who came to this because they thought it was what was in the first 6 episodes see that and go, oh, and then just quit?
Maybe. I don't know.
But Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. Because, like, immediately before this, he gains his first set of weapons, which is just he throws office supplies at people.
There's like a giant stapler. There's letter openers he has.
Like, it's so stupid. I want to know why that guy made that stuff out of office supplies.
To get the word out about his great office supply company.
Really?
Yeah, really. He has no ulterior motive. He's just a really nice guy who wants to help out.
Because right before this happened, the main character got a box from his grandfather, who's like, it was one of those like, I'm dead, but when my grandson turns 20, give him this, that sort of thing. And we find out that where he got the name Samurai Flamenco was from this character that his grandfather had been writing stories about and whatever for years, and he's like, I wanted you to have this because I know you'll know what to do with it, kind of thing. And I haven't gotten past this point yet, but I'm assuming there's some weird bullshit going on where, like, Granddad was fighting this fight before me, and this legacy is mine now. Because there was a fucking costume in that box.
There was a costume.
There was a helmet that's way more, like, way better than his helmet, which is a bike helmet. He just
had a bike helmet that he kind of painted.
Yeah. But so, and he's even like, I didn't read everything in the box yet, but like it describes like this character's origin matches up with what happened to this guy's parents in real life and whatever. Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing what that history is and all that. Around that same time, this weird scientist shows up, hands Samurai Flamenco a briefcase and says, "Here, from a like-minded individual." And it's just like, it's all these office supply-based weapons and holsters, Rob Liefeld pouches that you can put them all in. And it's shit like, oh, instead of just a grappling hook, it's a tape measure grappling hook, which works pretty well. Yeah. And like all of this shit, like stapler nunchucks that fire staples at people to like keep them in place and all this ridiculous garbage. But he makes it work because he's an idiot that that fights muggers who think he's a joke. And I'm like, why? Who is this guy? Does this guy know his grandfather? Is this like the cue to the Samurai Flamenco line? Why office supplies? What's going on here? And I guess he's just some idiot who wants to advertise his company.
I think it's that. Also, they're all street legal because they're just office supplies.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was that great moment where he's talking to his cop friend, and he's like, it's hard fighting people. You have an extra gun?
I love his friend. The cop, he's great.
His name's like Goto or Gato?
Yeah, I think Gato. They have a great relationship.
They do.
Yeah. That show is just great.
It is.
And that moment where there's guillotine and you're like, what the fuck is happening? There's like 3 of those moments where it just becomes something totally different. That's basically the show's premise.
Because I thought,
it's like you know what's happening. No, you don't.
Because I thought when Flamenco Girl shows up, and she's got, I have this staff that looks like a Sailor Moon staff, and if I press this button, it becomes a taser, and if I press this other button, it shoots gas, and if I press this other button, it becomes another kind of taser, and this button makes it a spiky mace. And the only explanation is, I had this made for me. Like, I thought that was going to be the suspend your disbelief thing. Kind of like, again, with Kick-Ass, how you have to super suspend your disbelief to accept Hit Girl. The kind of strength and speed an 11-year-old child would need to have to completely eviscerate people with a sword.
Yeah.
Is like, she is a cartoon character in this grounded world. So, like, I thought, okay, that is what Flamenco Girl's supposed to be, and she's kind of the big gimme of this, in terms of, like, well, that can't happen.
I'm trying to look up the villain. What his name was.
Oh, okay.
King Torture! King Torture!
Oh my god.
His description? The main villain for the Torture Army arc.
Oh, okay. What's that gorilla's name?
Let's see.
I also have to add, probably my favorite thing in the show is how every time they beat a bad guy, Flamenco Girl just stands there and repeatedly kicks him in the balls over and over and over again, and with each kick she just says, die, 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 die.
He's not on here. Only like the big bad.
Isn't her catchphrase "Prepare to die"?
Yes.
He's all like, I want justice. She's like, yeah, let's murder people. But it's good. I will finish it. I probably won't have it finished by the time I see you again because I'm going to be in Florida away from probably the internet for a long time.
It's Guillotine Gorilla.
Okay. But yeah, man, that show.
It's great. It was a good swan song for that company.
Yeah.
I don't think it was their last anime, but it was to me.
Are you going to look for their other stuff?
Yeah, I probably will.
I know they did one thing. I don't remember what it's called, but it was a really polarizing, like, what the fuck even is this kind of show.
Yeah?
I'm going to look up the name, actually.
Most of this podcast is just us looking at stuff on our phones.
Nothing else happened!
Is this the anime I saw at Suncoast the other day at the mall?
No, that is Michiko and Hachin, which I would say watch that, too.
Okay.
Because that's the one that just wrapped up on Toonami. But, like, Michiko and Hachin, I've heard described as, like, their tribute to, like, Tarantino style movies.
Cool, yeah. I'm into that.
Ergo Proxy, I've heard of that. House of Five Leaves, they had a weird phase where they were doing all this autorial stuff.
Okay.
But they needed to make money, so they did like some straight up like, oh, here's some novel adaptations, and now we're part of this anthology and this and that. And like Samurai Flamenco was kind of a return to form for them because like Samurai Champloo was really popular, and then Michiko and Hachin didn't work out at all because it happened. A big reason for Samurai Champloo's success was because it got huge in the West over here.
Yeah.
But Michiko and Hachin came out at the time that the anime bubble was kind of bursting over here, so it really didn't get much play or made DVD sales.
That sucks.
Then they started doing their more like, let's just churn out things to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
And then they went back and they did Flamenco. What the hell was this thing called?
I don't think Flamenco is very popular over here.
Oh, probably not. Oh, they made Dead Man Wonderland.
What is that?
That's this kid gets framed for murdering his whole class and thrown into, like, some sort of, like, carnival jail or something.
Alright, I'm in.
And, like, he has some sort of blood powers. It looked like the kind of show...
He's a bloodbender?
Like, yeah. He looks... The whole show looks like it's... Like, we're gonna be, like extreme and bloody, and because that's the kind of thing that people like, right? Yeah,
okay.
And like even the opening theme song is this rock anthem that's all in English.
That's weird.
It feels like a show that's like a little too targeted.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's not why I like anime.
No.
You sure it wasn't Dead Man Wonderland?
No, it wasn't. Oh, they made Gangsta? Okay.
That's supposed to be good.
That might be the last thing they made then. Okay, it is Ergo Proxy.
Ergo Proxy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's...
You know, write that down.
It's a show where they got the most talented, like, director, producer, head of whatever they could, and just said, do whatever you want.
Okay.
Which is freedom that apparently doesn't usually exist when it comes to making anime. And he made something that no one can agree on in any way ever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm interested to try and watch it at some point.
That sounds good.
I don't think anything else happened at all.
No. And we got some other stuff to record, so I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah.
They can't hear your lazy hand gestures. Better. Thank you for listening to our Big Dumb Podcast. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a comment and we'll read it on the air. That's most
And then like the comment and subscribe to the comment.
Yes. And tell your friends to listen to the show. That would really help.
Yeah.
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 Are we on iTunes yet?
No.
Okay.
Time is weird, so sure.
If you're listening to us in the future, then yes, we are.
But you won't know that it's the future.
They might.
How would you know if you were in the future?
Time travel.
But wherever you are, it's now.
Not necessarily. If I time traveled to the year, like, I don't know, 3 bazillion.
Then that for you is the present. because that's where you are.
But the present is all...
But the present is literally whatever's right now for you.
I was gonna say the present is now, but
no,
man, you're blowing my mind.
The present is now, but now can be the future.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Boom.
You're an old man.